Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Bi-Weekly Report with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
Okay, let's get this meeting of the Exeter Heritage Commission underway. My name is John Merkel. I'm the vice chair. John, could you?
Hi, John Gruder, Planning Board rep to the committee here.
And I'm Pam Jedham on the Heritage Committee. Well, this is the Heritage, the Historic District rep.
To the Heritage, yeah.
Françoise Elise.
Okay. The first item on the agenda is the minutes from March 20th.
We accepted the February, okay, you said March, okay. I have one thing on the second page, about halfway down. Bill said, quote, Bill said, what I was wondering about, but I think we sort have done it, looked into the history of that ground. There was a fire there and all that, but before that, how old the building was there, the building was there. That needs a lot of fixing. Bill said, what I was wondering about, but I think we have done it, is looking into the history of the ground. There was a fire there, but before that, how old any building was, we don't know. Okay, something like that, just untwist it. And then in the next paragraph, Dave said the history, blah, blah. Last week, Dave Short sent me an environmental report.
Hey, John.
John? Hey there.
Oh.
Okay. Who's this on? Okay. Dave Short sent me an environmental report. I have not dove into that yet. I have not looked into that yet. I have not read it yet, but not dove into.
I think that's what I said.
Well, yeah, but no, you didn't. I corrected you.
But did I say dove?
Probably.
It sounds like me.
It does. It
Whatever.
does.
Whatever. Okay.
I know it could be wrong. I get
It's
it.
who he is.
Okay, leave it. Leave it.
Yeah.
It will be in your biography. All right. Okay, that's it.
Well, I wasn't at the meeting, so I have no comment.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I was. I'll second the
Okay.
acceptance of the meeting, the minutes with,
As amended. Yeah.
as amended.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda was the status of where the Pine Street grant is. I don't, one of the emails
I got one. Want an update on the Pine Street grant?
Okay.
yeah.
I can do that.
Hey,
Okay, great.
he's good.
Julie contacted me the other day and about, getting it started. I said, we need a contract, and so a contract was sent over just, I think Monday she sent it to me. And then I forwarded on to Primex, who always looks at the standard and general conditions, the liability, kind of the boilerplate kind of, risk language. And I haven't received comments back from them yet, but they're pretty good about turning it around. I'd expect to see it today or tomorrow. And then once that's finalized, we'll go to the select board and get it awarded, or ask them to award the contract, and then the work will start shortly thereafter.
Thank you.
So it's been through Governor's Council and
Yes, it took a while. It did. It took a while. I had to rewrite some paperwork and kept redating it because it was so old by the time it got there that I had to redate it. But we managed. We managed through that. They apologized for the time delay, but everything's fine now. It's all approved, and now it's just we have to approve the contract with the select board, and we'll get started.
Can you just briefly describe, because I forget, and it might be nice to get it on the record, that what is the Pine Street
Well,
grant?
let me hold on. Just I'd rather just read the scope of work. I read it the other day, but I don't want to say anything exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. If you want to go on, then I can revisit it. Second.
Oh, it's there, all right, sorry.
It's not, but it's the area around Pine Street that's gonna be surveyed.
Oh, okay,
Very much like we did for South Street,
okay.
South Street, Franklin Street. So that when somebody comes and wants to tear down a house on Pine Street, we can pull it out and say, oh, but that is the
Right.
Daniel Craig house that was built at such and such, and it's,
Okay.
yeah.
Then while we're waiting, do we want to do the officers here?
We could do
How
that,
do you
that's
want-
the next item on the agenda. Is,
Do you still want to be president?
no, I'm stepping down.
Oh,
Are you stepping off the committee or just down?
I'm stepping down,
Good.
I'm gonna be an alternate.
An alternate? Okay,
Alternate.
okay. Well, I'm so glad that you're going to stay on.
Yeah, I just don't wanna be involved it's almost 20 years.
Yes,
It's
Yeah.
enough. But I'm willing to be an alternate. I'd like to be in that capacity if you need help.
yes, that's great.
so we have
We have
Julie,
Julie, who is all in.
she's not going to want to be
She
president.
has in 75 other things.
Yeah.
We have Bill Campbell, who is, I'm sure, not going to want to be president.
That leaves you.
And, well, I came on pretty much when you did. I mean, I just turned 80. How much longer do you think I'm going to be around here?
Look like you.
We
look like
need
have
you
some
too.
time left.
We need you too, Pete.
Yeah.
You're too valuable.
You have too much history that you know.
Right.
Yeah, well, I can't do the technology. I can't.
Yeah, well, we have that problem as well.
So I don't know what we're going to do here. But I think, didn't we vote to become part of the Heritage Group?
The
Well,
historic district?
There was talk of merging,
Yes,
right?
I think that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Julie was against that, as I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
well,
don't
everybody else
understand.
was for it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the worst idea.
Well, it's,
Well,
Seems to be some stuff overlaps,
we
right?
have to wait for Dave to come back.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it.
yeah.
Because it was never accepted to be that way.
What's that?
It wasn't accepted that.
It wasn't designed to be like that, but, you
To be
know, 5 people,
commingled or
to be
one?
part, to be a subgroup of,
Yeah. Well, if people don't mind, I would be interested in being the chair.
wow, thank
There
you.
you go, yeah.
Yes. You might regret it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, not regret it, but yeah, I'm interested in doing some things.
Ready?
Sure.
I had trouble printing it, so I just took a picture on the computer of the scope, because I just want to be exactly sure what, I mean, I know what they're doing, but the Preservation Company will prepare a district area form for the neighborhood. And according to the New Hampshire Division of Historical Resources Specifications and Guidelines, the scope of work for this effort entails field work, photography, research at local and online repositories, and the completion of the survey form. The area form will include at least one photograph of each property, history of the development of the neighborhood, and a table identifying each property, a statement of significance, a statement of integrity, and a boundary discussion. Information including in the table will be the address, historic name if known, approximate date of construction, a brief physical description, and contributing or non-contributing status. They're just going to kind of do everything.
Okay,
That's their specific scope of work.
okay, wonderful.
And it's not limited to Pine Street, it's.
It's the Pine Street area. There's a map in there. It's not Pine Street.
Yeah.
It's Pine.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how many properties, but it's not limited to just Pine Street.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, David. All right, I think this is April, and we need to do election of officers.
Dave,
Are we supposed to evacuate?
No,
Okay.
No, there was, as we were just discussing in the other room of merging the,
Yes, I was just wondering what
The two-
what that beeping was.
oh, no. If it was important, it'd be a lot louder, I think. But the heritage and the historic as one committee, is that, wasn't there some discussion on that? I don't know whether it got very far.
Yeah, I heard of that discussion, but I believe what came out of it was, well, I know what came out of it was a warrant article to reduce the size of the Heritage Commission from 7 members to 5.
Right,
And that was done via a warrant article.
Right.
So I believe that's,
that's it.
yeah, I haven't heard of any, they had that discussion, whether to merge, and I think they might have met to get, some,
I think Julie was against it. I can remember her speaking up at one meeting, but,
I just know the way it was solved was because there was some quorum issues that were raised and ability to get
Yeah.
together. And so they thought the best way to go about that was reduce the Heritage Commission from 7 to 5. And that's been done.
Yeah, well, I remember that actually, and
Yeah.
she said she was against it, and I said, well, would you rather disband? And she said, no, and I said, you have any other ideas? And she didn't say anything, so,
but we did vote on
yes, okay.
reducing the size.
Now, as you see, we're down 1, and it's more than likely that if we only have 5 people, that the chances of all 5 of us coming together,
Yeah, only need 3 though.
yeah, okay. Just saying.
so Fran has expressed an interest in serving as chairman.
I will make the motion to have you serve as chairman.
I would happily second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Well, thank you, Fran.
Yes.
Now, vice chair,
I'll do that. I can do that.
okay, and then we don't have a secretary.
We do, I'm the clerk, but since I don't really have to do anything, every now and then I write a letter to somebody who wants a tax reduction on their barn or something, but, that happens about once every 3 years. That's well within my capabilities.
The treasurer was Maura.
Yes, now that's something.
Do we need it?
I, again, we do actually have money. I don't know how much or where, but
I don't know, but there is money. There's some money there.
and again, I think Julie would know that.
Yes. And I don't know if there's a budget every year we get.
Yeah, every year we get something, and then every 5 or 6 years, we get enough money to do something like a Pine Street survey.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, it was 5,000, I think.
Yes.
So,
But I don't think there's actually a heritage bank account anywhere. I think it's in with the town, but I don't know that.
A
John,
line item?
Yeah,
would you be willing to be the treasurer?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so we would have Pam as vice chair
Yeah,
and John as
treasurer.
treasurer.
yeah. My first assignment will be to find out if we actually have a bank account,
Okay.
how much is in it.
Okay.
That's a very good thing for a treasurer to know.
Can you make the motion?
I move that we have a board of Fred for chair, Pam for vice chair, and John for treasurer.
John G.
John G. as opposed, yes.
Okay.
Any second?
Sure.
And 1 second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Opposed, okay, good.
Good, that's done, huh?
We got through that
Very quickly.
very easily.
And we'll tell Bill that he's getting, no, we won't. That would be cruel. Okay.
I haven't heard anything regarding demolition.
No.
I just, I'll give you a little update on something, but remember the old seminary or whatever, we looked at that house?
The church?
No, it wasn't a church,
On River
it was
Road?
on Seminary Road, I guess. off
Oh,
that
yes,
corner.
87, yes.
87.
Okay.
So I
They're
was
co-
just up there and they're tearing down what we told them they could tear down.
And they are going to come to Historic District tomorrow night. And they want to build a two-car garage with apartments on top of it.
Well, they really cleared out the backyard,
They did.
so
They,
that is,
I see the need for the garage. I don't really like this thing looming over the back of the house, but
Where is this building?
do you know where the Seminary Lane is, right across the street from Dingman's? That house that had been going to seed, had no,
Yeah.
they never cut the grass.
really nice home,
Yeah.
Very lovely house. Someone has bought it and is working on it.
yeah.
And yes, the old carriage house was a dump that nobody could live in except rats. But now they want to build this,
And there was a porch off the back.
yep, we said, yeah, you
And
can
a
take.
side entrance that obviously was not,
Yeah.
it wasn't there when the place
Yeah.
was built. We'd said that was fine to take those down.
So now they want a two-car garage, which is fine, they need one. But then they want this humongous thing on top of the garage, but we won't go into that here.
But the Historic District Commission is gonna have to
Yeah.
review it.
Yep, tomorrow night.
And right across the alley, there's the old, I guess, one of the earlier presidents or deans of the
Yeah,
Phillips owned that property.
well, the Phillips owned a lot of property.
Yeah,
there,
anyway.
all around through the seminary area.
And the planning board just,
Yeah,
we had, I think, 2 or 3 meetings with them, and they're gonna subdivide that into 6 condos, better than tearing it down, though. And I don't know, when they're starting, it almost looks like, I thought I saw a dumpster there, so maybe they've started cleaning some out, but that
well, that
will
was,
look about the same.
that was the Dingman property, and again, since
Oh.
he left, nobody really has done much there.
No, but it doesn't really look run down or
No,
anything. It needs to be freshened, but we
Yeah.
So,
we got
who-
parking issues resolved and some other stuff, so.
Who owned or who lived or what is the Seminary Lane house famous for? Notary.
I had that, I don't remember, it was nobody special, it was
Okay.
just a house.
Okay, it's a nice house.
It's a very lovely house, that I'm glad they're not tearing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
And you went through that garage, I wouldn't put my foot in there, but, okay,
We've seen worse, I think. There's been a couple of barns that I wouldn't have gone in either.
okay.
Why did they wait so long, you know?
The one out by the cemetery, Prescott one was really bad.
Yeah.
Yes, that was when you went up the stairs and the step collapsed under your foot, that was really fun. Okay.
Hazardous duty pay for that.
Oh,
We don't have any representative from the select board here.
No.
Do you have any, John, as representing the planning?
Well, the other thing was what I just told you about that home that's gonna be renovated into 6 apartments or condos and salvaged. You know, most of it is gonna look exactly the same.
And Pam, Historic District Commission?
well, again, we've got that 87 Front Street. We do have Trump Tower coming up across the street where the bank drive-in is. That's going to be interesting. I don't know if you've heard about that. Someone wants to put an apartment block with, I believe, shops underneath. But they want, something like 40 apartments, and 5 stories up.
Oh,
Where is this going?
Right across the street, where the Citizens Bank drive-through is.
Oh,
Woof.
Have you heard about that?
And he's holding his face perfectly, oh, yes, all right.
does that come to the planning board next week?
No, it's going, right now, it's going for a preliminary to the Historic District Commission tomorrow. They're proposing 56 feet, 5 stories, and the ordinance allows 50 feet, 4 stories. So what they're proposing will require relief from the zoning ordinance before it, you know.
Good, so us, okay.
But they haven't submitted anything for the planning board.
So watch the fireworks tomorrow night. It will be interesting.
So is the bank building coming down as well?
I presume so.
The whole thing, so they're just, Do they have another branch in town? I don't even know what bank that is. That Citizens?
That's Citizens, and they do have the ATM inside the building. I don't really ever see it too many people.
No.
I don't know, but I don't sit here and watch, so I don't know.
Oh, well.
I can't see something that big there.
Well, you should. Oh, I should have brought the picture. But,
did you
definitely
see?
change the look of downtown.
Did you see anything like set in, like the front? You know, when you're looking at the frontage of the buildings, like how high
Steps in.
it does go.
There's not much. According to the picture, there's not. Again, I don't see any parking. Another building with no parking. And maybe they've got under street parking. I don't know. And again, I think it's way too big for its lot.
Well,
But
let us know how that comes out.
I'm sure you'll hear, because I've already. No, I haven't, because I can't. But I know that's been on Exeter Connect and Facebook and all kinds of things.
So, but it will be televised, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is there any update on 23 Water Street? I looked at the minutes from last meeting, from our minutes, and it was mentioned in there that it was the intent to have either a member of this commission or the Historic District Commission on the
Right.
committee for that.
They said that. I haven't heard anything on it, but
There should definitely be somebody from the historic district on that committee. I haven't seen. I've seen some of the applications and the people who are being considered for the committee, but I haven't seen anything about the historic district representative.
Well, that's something we'll have to take up with Julie. Is there any other?
May I jump in on that? Because I'd suggest, because apparently, my understanding is I wasn't at that select board meeting, but my understanding is they adopted the charge of the committee and they have opened it for applications. And there's 9 members, and I think they already have 11 or 12 applications. So if anyone's interested in serving on that, I would encourage them to get an application in. Because they already have more applications than they have slots for the committee. So if anyone on the Heritage Commission or HDC wants to be on it, I would suggest they submit an application sooner rather than later.
Is there any other business?
I'm set.
Well, thank you for taking over. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Five.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
No, that was-
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well. Thank you for